All right. King Himothy is back for another video. You ladies had quite a few things to say about my previous video. Um about the red flag that some of you women may have. And to be fair, I thought to do a red flags list for the men. For you ladies that you should be looking for in your men or the men that you have an interest in. Just to make it fair, right? I heard you ladies. I heard you. Okay? Some of you disagreed with the list. And the crazy thing is, that wasn't even the worst of it. There could have been a lot more. Spared a lot of you ladies. But you're right. There's two sides of the spectrum, right? It's two sides to every story. Well, three sides if you include the actual truth. But nevertheless, I've heard you ladies, and here it is. A list a lot shorter than y'all's list because, I mean, we're men. I mean, we don't do much. But hey, that's another conversation. So, ladies, what you need to do is pay attention to these few red flags that I wrote down for y'all. Whether you're in a relationship now or you're looking to get into one, you're talking to somebody, you're interested in somebody, you're married, whatever the case may be, engaged, whatever, it doesn't matter. These are just a few things, few red flags that you look for in the man that you're dealing with. Let's get started. Red flag number one. Um, if he drives like a fast car, um, maybe a muscle car, sports car, whatever, anything that he revs up, vroom vroom, and makes that loud, stupid noise and goes above 160, that's a red flag. If he drives a pickup truck, Ford, Ram, Chevy, four-door, if it's a four-door with a big back seat and a bed, red flag. Beware, ladies. These are dangerous men. These are dangerous men, especially if they got 10 on the window, which they normally do. Oh, it's over. It's over, ladies. They can't be trusted. I ain't never met a man. I ain't never met a man yet. But that's a minor thing, but it's something you should pay attention to because there's a lot of them out here. All the ones with the scat packs, SRTs, Chargers, Challengers, Camaros, all them. Yes, beware. Now let's get into something a little more serious, a little more deeper. All right, ladies, if he prefers to do the laundry, he's a red flag. Because if one thing I can assure you, ladies, is as a man, as men for the most part, and I'm speaking for the majority, not the minority, we don't like doing laundry. We do it, especially if we live alone and we got to do it anyway. But laundry is not at the top of our list of house chores that we like to do. So if he has a preference of doing the laundry as opposed to you doing it, he's trying to wash away that evidence. The hair, the makeup, any residue from that side chick that may have gotten on his clothes. He don't want you to get to it before he does. So he will naturally, don't worry about it, baby. I'll do the laundry for you. And it sounds sweet. Oh, he's doing the laundry. He's lying. He's hiding the truth from you. He's trying to wash away his sin. Check his drawers, ladies. Check his shirt. Check his pants. Okay? You're going to find what you're looking for. Don't let him do the laundry. If he has two phones, but one of them is for business. Unless he has an LLC, he don't need two phones. If he has a second phone and one of them is a backup phone and it's for business, trust me, ladies, he's a red flag. Because what business do you have? You're not clocking in. You're not clocking out. You're not paying employees. What are you, a drug dealer? Because if that's the case, that's bad business and you shouldn't be dealing with a man like that anyway. And what there could be a lot of business that you're doing on that phone. And none of it has to do with making money. That could be, most likely, your dirty phone. That could be the business that you're talking about. So, ladies, if he does not actually have a business, be in his business. Okay? Because two phones is unnecessary if you don't own a business. He's a drug dealer or he's cheating. Don't listen to Kevin Gates. This is an important one, ladies. Communication is key. If this man can go past 24 hours without talking to you, without communicating with you in any shape, way, or form, that is a red flag, ladies. Because when a man is crazy about a lady, when he cherishes his woman, when he loves you, ladies, not talking to you eats him alive on the inside. There is not a thought in my mind that if you are my girl, you are the one. I can go a foot. Now, unforeseen circumstances, if your man has been kidnapped, which is an extreme, of course he can't text you back. If the man was in a serious accident, maybe he was in a car accident, maybe he got shot, okay? Unless it's life or death, that man can talk to you within 24 hours time period. I don't want to hear that, oh, I was busy, I was doing this, I was doing that. If he's out the country and he has bad cell service, that's acceptable. But if he's in the States, he has not been kidnapped, in a car accident, shot, if nobody has died whatsoever, that man has no excuse to not pick up the phone and send you a text, give you a call, FaceTime you, email you, Apple Pay you, Cash App you, Zelle, Venmo, whatever form of communication. There's too many forms of communication. And the worst excuse is if he's just mad at you for whatever. Y'all got into a disagreement, an argument. He's mad at you. He don't want to talk to you for a day. That's a childish man. That's a red flag. Real men talk it out. I may need a little time. I may need a few hours. I don't need 24 of them. I miss you. Talk to me. Pay attention, ladies. Red flag. If a man is stingy with his money, if a man has a hard time reaching into his pockets to pull out a few bucks for his lady, he's a red flag. Newsflash, ladies. We spend money on what we want to spend money on, even if we ain't got a lot of money. Trust me. If we wanted a pack of gum and it was $2 and we had 3, we spending 2. So don't tell me that man ain't got a few dollars for you. Or don't tell me that man, it irks his soul to spend a few bucks on his lady. And it don't have to be a lot of money. $10, $15, $20 here for gas. Here, baby. You know what I'm saying? A few dollars. Not gonna say a few dollars, but a reasonable amount of money on some flowers. Or, taking her out to lunch, brunch, dinner, breakfast, or whatever. Just something. This doesn't have to be a lot of money, but if it hurts his soul to spend $20, $30, $40, $50 on you, sweetheart, he don't really rock with you like that, because I guarantee you that side chick who need $80 for something that has nothing to do with him, he gonna send it. Matter of fact, if his homeboy asks for $20 for gas, say, hey bro, I got you, without hesitation. But when your girl needs $20 for gas, baby, I ain't really got it like that. Lies! Treachery! Red flag. This is a delicate one. Now, we are all vulnerable with the loves of our lives. If we're in a relationship with somebody, if we're deep in a relationship with somebody, it don't even have to be deep in a relationship. If we feel vulnerable enough to allow them into our darkness, and we reveal to them something from our past, something that is near and dear to us, something that is crucial to the fibers of our well-being. If you have divulged something in secret, in vulnerability to this person, and they bring it up and they use it, or they try to use it against you in an argument, that's a red flag. Now, what I mean by that, ladies, is maybe you feel some type of way about the way you look. Maybe you've been struggling with something for a long time, for years. I know a couple of you ladies that struggle with that, who have facial features that just don't line up with what you think is perfection. Maybe you got a big nose and you want a small one. Maybe you got a long chin and you want a shorter one. Maybe you don't have a lot of hair. Maybe you grow too much hair on your face. Whatever the case may be, if you're struggling with something and you're getting into with your person and they try to use what's so near and dear to you and what's an insecurity to you against you in an argument to hurt you, that is somebody that is willing to dig deep into a bag, to reach down low, go as low as they can to intentionally hurt you. And that's something minor. Maybe you've been through something more traumatic. Maybe you've been beat on, cheated on, spit on, whatever. If you have something that you divulge in confidence and it's an insecurity for you, and that person digs that up to use against you in a disagreement, to try to win it, or just to downright hurt you because he don't care about your feelings, because anybody who really cares about you, really loves you, wouldn't use your deepest, darkest weapon against you. I've seen it live and in person. I've had it done to me. It hurts. The fact that somebody could go so low as to take the one thing that you that just eats at you, the one thing that really gets to you, the one that really the one weapon that really hurts you, they use it against you. That person is a red flag, because that person is ruthless and heartless to use something. There's stuff I know about people that I could never bring up in an argument because I know it could set them over the edge, how sensitive of a topic it is. So please pay attention to that. If they're willing to weaponize your biggest, deepest insecurity against you, that person is a red flag. Don't do it, ladies. If a man doesn't invite you into his routine, what I mean by that is, if a man goes to the gym, and he goes to the gym a lot, and he never invites you, he doesn't rock with you. If a man runs regular errands, and he never asks you to go with him sometimes, he doesn't rock with you. And I understand men, I get it. That's your alone time. That's your thing. That's your thing away from your girl. Cool. I'm not saying you got to do it every time. Ladies, I'm not saying you need to go every time, because you should have your time. What I'm saying is, I go to the gym a lot, for example. There are going to be times where I invite you to come with me if I'm rocking with you like that. And if I'm inviting you to come somewhere with me publicly, then I'm exposing you to the people that know me. So if I'm doing anything out of line when I'm not around you, you have multiple people who know who you are, who know that you rock with me, who, if they are integrable people, will come find you, whether it's your social media, whatever the case, they will find you and let you know what I'm doing. If I'm a regular at the gym and I'm messing around with other girls and I brought you in there, there are so many people that can come back to you. Hey girl, I seen your man doing this at the gym. Now, if he doesn't want to expose you to his routine and nobody knows who you are, then he can do whatever he wants. There's nobody to tell in their mind. So what I'm saying is, if a man has a routine and he never invites you into that routine, he never interrupts it to tag you along, that's a red flag. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about, ladies. Trust me. It's the little things. It's little minute things like that. If you're with me, I want people to see you with me. And if you're with me, people know that we rocking. So there's minimal mistakes that I can make, or it's going to get back to you. And if I care, I don't want anything to get back to you, because I don't want to lose you. So if he doesn't change his routine up for you or invite you into it, that's a red flag. If a man doesn't defend you, if you're getting into it with somebody, it could be your own family. Now, I'm 50-50 on defending you when you're wrong. I understand your partner's supposed to defend you no matter what, but there's lines, there's levels. If you dead flat wrong, I may not can defend the stupidity. But if a man sees you getting into it with somebody and he doesn't come to your defense when you're right, and you know you're right, because you know how you ladies get, babe, tell me if I'm wrong, because I might be tripping. Tell me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong for da 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 da? If you're right and that man doesn't come to defend you because he doesn't like confrontation or he wants to stay out of it, that's a red flag. Because one thing is for certain. The kingdom, the most important person in the kingdom is the king. Let's not get that twisted. But who runs the palace? The queen. You are the queen. The king pays for the kingdom. He pays for the palace to be built and everything that goes in it. So your home is your palace. Who's running that day to day? Who's getting up, taking the kids to school, making sure they get on the bus? Who's laying the king's clothes out to go to work the next day? Who's making the king lunch for work? Who's making the dinners? Who's cooking the breakfast? Who's setting aside a day to clean the house? Mop, sweep, vacuum, dust. The queen. Let's not get it twisted, fellas. We are the kings and we are important. But a true kingdom, a true palace, that's run by that queen. And to protect home, to protect the kingdom, you must always defend your queen. And if your queen is under attack and you don't come to her defense, you're a red flag, my brother. Ladies, he's a red flag. Kings will protect their queens. That man should come to your defense if you're getting into it with somebody or somebody's attacking you or whatever the case may be, verbally, especially physically. I'm not saying if you fighting another woman, I'm not saying a man needs to step in and start hitting on that woman. That man needs to pull you apart. That man needs to separate you. That man needs to get you out of harm's way. Another man approaches you, that man needs to step between you and that other man. Whatever the altercation is, that man needs to come to your defense. If he doesn't come to your defense, that man is a red flag. And I'm going to end it with this, ladies. I know just like y'all list, there's more I could put on this list, but don't want to make this video too long. I just wanted to give y'all a few to please the masses. But lastly, quality time. If that man prefers hanging with his homies over you, big red flag. You ever been in the same vicinity, the same room, the same house with somebody, and y'all have not been communicating for most of the day? And when that man finally comes in the room to speak to you, it's not because he wants to have a conversation with you or try to plan to do something with you. That man comes in to tell you, oh, the boys called. I'm going out with the boys. I'm going to go hoop. I'm going to the bar. I'm going to do whatever with the homies. That man and act like he had no time, energy, money, or anything to do with you all day. But now all of a sudden his homies call. He quick to put his clothes on and go. That man is always hanging with the homies, but ain't planning quality time with you. That man ain't taking you on dates, but he out with the boys. The boys are over at the house. He goes over to the fella's house. That man is carving out quality time with the fellas, with the homies, but not carving out quality time with you. Because in his mind, I'm with you every day. I see you every day. We live together. Or I come over to the house every day if y'all don't live together. But you can be with somebody and not be with somebody. If that man is with you, but he's not with you, he's not engaging with you, he's not conversing with you, he's not planning time, dates, energies, nothing. He's just there in your presence, in your face. That's a red flag. And ladies, a lot of y'all let these things go over your head out of the fear of being lonely, because the problem with today is a lot of us don't want to be alone. A lot of us don't want to not have somebody to latch on to for comfort or whatever. But a lot of these red flags, we can avoid if we stop overlooking it out of fear of being alone. It's okay, queens. You don't have to overlook these red flags for these men. There are men out here who don't do none of this, who's the complete opposite of this, and I need you to pay attention to those kings. Please, ladies, stop overlooking green flag kings for these red flag jesters. I hope this was helpful to you, ladies. Heed my words. Make better choices with the men that you deal with. Hold them accountable. If everybody does their part, everybody wins. and love prevails. That's all I have for you. See you, ladies.